one such thing that we all go crazy about, be it a small car toy that we cried to buy or grew up dreaming of owning one. While not all dreams can come true, a dream of calling a four-wheeler our own is something that has become extremely easy these days, all thanks to the concept of used cars. The last few years have witnessed consumers develop a newfound appetite for pre-owned or used cars, as a result of which the pre-owned car market has accomplished exponential growth, with almost every pre-owned car seller generating profits. To back this up with some data, let me tell you that as per a recent study, the pre-owned car market that is soon outpacing the new car market is growing at a 15% in financial year 2022 and is further expected to grow at a CAGR of 12 to 14% over the next few years. In financial year 2021, the pre-owned car market stood at 3.8 million units, which is predicted to reach more than 7 million vehicles by the financial year 26. Experts say that the decrease in the number of new car sales could possibly mean that there is a huge shift in demand for pre-owned cars today. In fact, it has also been observed that some car sellers replace their old cars with pre-owned cars instead of buying new ones. So what exactly explains the preference for second-hand car then? Let's explore that. So the very first reason is the preference for personal mobility. The COVID-19 crisis has imbibed in all of us that we have to maintain some social distance and ensure personal safety. This has led to a steep decline in the use of public transportation. As a result, consumer demand, specifically in non-metro cities, have shifted towards personal mobility mediums. People from diverse income groups, especially the first-time and non-metro city buyers, prefer better alternatives in terms of pricing to meet their mobility needs. This has propelled a huge shift in favor of the pre-owned car market. The second reason is there is a shift in consumer behavior. Over a period of time, used cars have gained more acceptance as people today have become more conscious about their finance and vehicles' value. Another factor that has driven this behavior is that we all know that the new car depreciates by 30% as soon as it is booked by a person's name. Thus, today most people are also preferring second-hand car because they don't really have to pay or bear all the charges that they have to pay when they are buying a new car. Besides, today people can also purchase pre-owned luxury cars at an affordable price. The next reason is easy financing. The other major factor that has played a key role in setting up an altogether separate market for used cars in India is easier financing options. There are several banks and financing entities today that are providing loans up to 90 to 95% of the total cost of the car at the rate of 12 to 15% per annum. The availability of easy finance, flexible equated monthly installments, short loan duration and very easy paperwork means that the buyers can now buy used cars with only a few thousand rupees. So these are some of the reasons why the pre-owned car sales industry is booming today. Be it the need for safer mobility options, the online presence of the pre-owned cars, faster replacement cycles, or the demand for luxury cars. The consumers are finding pre-owned cars much more convenient and affordable. The Indian used car market is growing at a very fast pace. If you too are planning to capitalize on the opportunity and start a second-hand car showroom, then you have perhaps come to the very right place. In this video, we are going to tell you how you can start your second-hand car sales business. So now let's first understand what exactly is second-hand car business, how profitable it is, who can start it, what kind of research you need to do, etc.
See, second-hand car sales means when a people purchased a new car, so they want to sell their car. So when they want to sell the car, they don't know where to sell, how to sell, and what is the market price they can get. So that is why we are here to help it out for one who wants to sell their car to the another owner. Example, in the sense someone has purchased a car for and brand new for 9 lakhs and he's going for abroad or he has a change of planning the other car. So he wants a buyer to that car. So that is why we have started a platform by in the name of Malnad Car Club. See, India is a country where most of the middle peoples are there. Nowadays, the car is like it's not kind of status kind. It is a daily requirement because you can see in everyone's house. I'll give you an example. In my village, earlier they used to not have a two-wheeler, but nowadays everyone is having a car in each house. Meanwhile, there are 3 to 4 cars for a family members for their parents, like father, mother, son, daughter. Everyone are using a different car. So nowadays is a more necessity for and the requirements. And in used cars, what happens is you can afford very easily. The prices are very less. So it starts from 50,000. You'll get a car, very good car, and 50 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, 2 lakhs, and it's a very affordable price for the people, especially for the middle class. So that's why used cars market is really good, doing good. I started this basically, as I told you, I used to go for the rallies and I used to know the driving. And meanwhile, I started driving in when I was in 6th standard, where I didn't get the driving license. So these all basic things helped me to do the used cars. As I told, many people ask me for the options of valuating the cars. So based on that experience, I thought, why should I not start the used car business? So I was doing the freelancing business without the office. I used to do the business. Then I used to open the showroom. The very basic is you should know the knowledge about the car and the technical things about the car. And second thing is the financial things, how to plan the financial things according to start a business. You have to plan the financial things. The third thing is you have to sell a very good cars, especially in the starting range. And not only about the starting, start selling a good cars. Like example, you can check about the Malnad Car Club. Wherever you go, if you check anywhere about the Malnad Car Club, we have a very good reviews and we have a very good trust customers also. So that helps you to grow the business also. So second-hand business is really worth doing because India is a big country. There are many showrooms, many company showrooms are there. But when it comes for a second-hand, what happens is, I'll give you an example. If you're selling a new cars, you don't get the dealership of all the cars. Example, you have to sell if you are a Hyundai dealership, you have to sell only the Hyundai cars. What happens, I can't concentrate on other customers who wants the different company cars. So when it comes for a used car, you can sell multiple brands, all the cars, all the company cars. So it helps to grow the number of business. That is why we are selling more number of cars compared to the new brand showroom. So in the new brand, what happens is they have to sell only their brands. So when it comes for a used cars, I can sell Volkswagen or BMW or Audi or Mahindra, Toyota, anything. So on each brand, if I sell 3 to 5 cars in a month, there are many brands. So it will reach more than 50 to 100 cars. That is a very easy option of selling in used car. And moreover, the people who are very intelligent, they buy a used cars because they don't lose much money when they sell the car. Any business, whenever you do a good business, you want a big location and a good location. So the location is very, very important. So the moreover, the most of the used cars, how they choose the location is an empty site, because if you take a rent for the empty site, you'll get for a lesser price usually, because even the owner also doesn't have any investment he'll give for the rent. And we have to do the German structural design to park the cars so that you can park more cars. And the minimum place is 30-40 site is minimum required. So the more place you have to do the business, you can sell more cars, because when a customer comes to see the car, you have to give more options, so that when the cars are parked more, he will decide so. So, and moreover, I don't recommend to do in a residential area. And there is one more thing, it depends on your investment also to choose the location. Some people, they don't have a investment to choose the location and the construction, so they can start in their house itself by doing around 1 or 2 cars in their, keeping the cars in their house. They can do that also. And obviously, the rented and own, I always suggest to go for the own land, because you can save the rent obviously. and location where the multiple roads are connected, where most of the people travel. Example, I'll tell you, there are some roads from Kormangla to Sarjapur Road, Marthalli, all the roads are connected in the 100 feet road. Choose something where people travel in multiple roads regularly. Don't take in residential area where the less people travel, only those residential area people travel. Don't choose such kind of location. And meanwhile, if you have a budget issue of choosing the location also, you can start in a very small place and for lesser rent, and doing the online portals more, where you can concentrate online portals more, you can sell more number of cars over there. The minimum investment is at least 50 lakhs for this if you are starting a showroom, and the maximum is like, see, when you have so much of money you can do a lot of business, something like this kind of business is this. So I recommend you to start minimum with the 50 lakh rupees of it. If you are doing a freelancer, you have some investment, and if you want to showroom, if you want to build a showroom, there is some other kind of investment. So I don't think you get any support from government people. But if you have a good relationship with bank people, they provide a loan for you to open the showroom. I mean, for the machineries or some structural designs and all, it depends on the bank managers, and the bank, they provide the loan, and that is the facility you get. And once you start doing the good business, you may get the facilities like OD, current accounts, loans from the bank. So it's all depends on your profile and the transaction you do it. See, the expenses are like the boards. The boards will come around 50 to 1 lakh, depends on what boards you do it. And inside the showroom, the flex interiors and the lights of the showrooms and the furnitures, what furnitures you provide for the office cabin and for the employees, and the systems, computers, laptops for your staffs. So this all comes, varies how much, what are the quantities you take, and for what is the dimension for your office. So minimum it will be around 10 lakh rupees for the startup. So mainly it depends on the place you choose, because it depends on the square feet, especially for the interior and exterior. But there should be a good customer launch place, and the MD cabin should be there. So for a startup business, minimum at least I recommend at least 10 lakhs rupees as the amount for you have to spend on the interior and exterior works. It's a very, very good profitable business. The profit also depends on how you start a business, because see, I'll give you an example. There are some investors for Malnad Car Club. They'll be sitting at home, they'll transfer the money and they'll take a profit. And if that money is on our own money, and if we have not taken the loan or from someone's hand, that entire profit is for us. This is the one kind of business, and depends on the location. So if you have a very good location, if you sell more number of cars, it is a very good profitable business. For this investment, whatever I told, we are gaining a good profit on this. And the turnover depends on cars. In an average, 5 to 10 lakhs will be the per day turnover will be there. So 15 to 20% will be our margin amount.
So this was just a snippet from a course that we have built exclusively for all those who want to start a second-hand car business and want to make a lot of profit. So if you are excited to start this business, then watch this entire amazing course that's available only on our Financial Freedom app. The course talks in detail about the location, license and permissions required, capital, required staff, demand and supply, marketing, exporting, etc. So before starting any kind of business, let me tell you, it's imperative that you have a practical learning. So with that, I'll suggest you that you download our Freedom app from a Play Store or App Store and watch this entire amazing course before you start your own second-hand car sales business. Also, before going, do not forget to hit on the like button, subscribe to our channel for more such financial content, and do not forget to hit on the bell icon to get notified for our next video. Thank you for watching IndianMoney.com. Get wise, break free.